everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vanessa Canals and I am a maternity and beauty portrait photographer in South Florida. Have you ever had an image follow you around on Pinterest, so much so that you finally had to recreate it? That's exactly what we're doing today. I kept seeing this image pop up over and over and over again, and I think Pinterest was trying to tell me something. The more I saw it, the more I loved the mood, the lighting, and the overall feeling behind it. What also intrigued me was that this image was AI driven by a software called Midjourney. When an image is fully AI driven, it could be a little challenging to recreate, and I love a good challenge, so here we are. We're calling this image Galactic Glam, just like the AI driven image. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I created it using two constant lights, which are my Aputure 300Xs, along with Mylar, a blue gel, and some Cinefoil to shape and control this light. If you have not seen my previous video on how I create my own modifiers using Cinefoil, I recommend you check that one out first so you can see how I do it firsthand. So today, I'll show you how I built the atmosphere, created those reflective elements, and transformed a simple setup into something that feels a little more otherworldly and galactic, if you will. So with that said, let's get this party started. All right, so here's another reminder of what the Midjourney photo looked like. If you guys don't know Midjourney is like a Photoshop, but it's AI driven, so you could give it prompts and it will create exactly what you want. So this is what that is. This was fully prompted, and I'm sure you could find the prompts online. But anyway, so I want to try to recreate this exact lighting technique. So I know that I need to set the mood to be dark. I know I need Mylar in the front, I need Mylar in the back. I'm going to use a gel. She kind of has a little bit of a haze to her, if you see. I'm going to achieve that with my sparkle filter because I do want to create some sparkle effects. So this is the other part of the inspo. So I was being shown this image too, which is almost identical to this one. I was being shown this image and this image. So I put it together with everything else. I do know that I want embellishments. I want to do a sparkle effect. The sparkle effect, depending on how many actual star cuts there is on the lens, it will give you a little bit of a haze over the face, which that's what I want. I loved this necklace with all the embellishments on her skin, so I'm gonna try to create that. I have this beautiful diamond choker I'm gonna put on her and some diamond earrings. I'm gonna do a lot of highlight on her face. We're gonna do some glitter on her upper body. So yeah, that's the inspo. Let's see if I could create this galactic glam that was fully driven by AI. All right, so there are two light components to this setup. The first one is the light behind the subject. As you will see, there's a small piece of Mylar on the ground and the constant light is hitting through the blue gel onto the ground to give this beautiful blue reflection. The way I did this was with the constant light, as you'll see here, covered in Cinefoil. You will see now in a second, the Cinefoil does have a nickel-sized hole, and that's the light that's piercing through the gel, hitting the Mylar and reflecting back to the ground. I do not adhere the gel fully to the constant light because it will melt it. So here is what it looks like with the lights off. So now we have covered the light behind the subject. It's just a constant light with the Cinefoil through the blue gel onto the Mylar, reflecting back to the background. Here is the constant light that will be illuminating the subject from the front. Here it has the barn doors. You can see that it's almost fully closed shut. You could also achieve this with a Cinefoil if you don't have a barn door. This is what it looks like from the front. It's a small enough size where it's just going to illuminate her face, her chest, and in this case, her pregnant belly. So I stacked two boxes and I covered it with a sheet of Mylar. I did this so it's at her height level. That way she can lean forward and I can see her reflection on the Mylar. If you've worked with Mylar before, you know that it's not going to be a reflection as if it was a mirror where it's completely clear. So it's going to be a little bit blurry, but that's exactly what I wanted to achieve. I wanted to give it that quote-unquote galactic look. And although lighting like this might seem a little bit complicated, once you understand what each light does and what the purpose of the lights are, it actually turns out to be kind of simple. So we're going to go over the light diagrams now. I know it seems kind of technical and complicated looking, but we're going to unpack it fully and go over everything. So as we know, we spoke that it's two constant lights at 100% power. The background light has Cinefoil with a nickel-sized hole with a gel dangling in front of it. That light was hitting the Mylar, giving that beautiful reflection behind the subject. The light illuminating her face was also a constant light with a barn door that was almost fully closed, and I placed a box in front of the subject that was at height length with a sheet of Mylar to give that beautiful reflection back to her. Remember, you are shooting manual when using constant light, so please do not get caught up with what my camera settings were, just because it is different for everybody depending on the ambient light of your room. Just know that my constant lights were both at 100% power. And here's what the images turned out like. I love the way it turned out. It was a challenge to figure out, but we did it. Let's get a reminder of what the original looked like. And here is my version of it. Not identical, but definitely really inspired by this amazing artist, which I want to give a shout out to, Irina Brahim. She is an incredible AI artist, and if you don't follow her, you should. If there are any other AI images you want me to recreate and figure out, send them my way. I hope you guys like this one, guys. I'll be back next week with a new technique.